And I got to be honest with you guys. I think I'm starting to become a legitimate fan of Gil's Arena.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so many people have different opinions as far as the Spurs grabbing Chris Paul, and I have to say I'm in one of those camps. I think that the Spurs grabbed him just as veteran leadership. I don't think that the Spurs win so many games, right? I do think Wemby makes a second step, a next step, and you know we'll win more. And there's lots of teams in the NBA right now that's on the downhill, so maybe we can squeak in, you know, and go ahead and make it to the playoffs. But as it stands, I don't think Chris Paul is a player that's going to bring us over the top or make us a deep playoff team or anything like that. So I am curious to see what Gilbert Arenas and friends have to say about the whole situation. Before we do, guys, thank you so much for supporting Spurs Invasion. Link below in the description box. I keep bringing this up, but I got to push it, man. If I don't do it, no one's going to do it. So but thank you guys so much for all of the love, and let's make this thing grow, okay? I'm actually thinking about a third channel, but I'm not there yet. I want to focus in on this one, go in on this one, and as far as that third one, I'll start to implement some of that. I got quite a few things that I have to finish that's on my plate first, but with having a full-time job, with running this channel, and then now this Spurs Invasion channel, it gets difficult sometimes, but I do appreciate all the love nonetheless, and go check it out and let me know what you think of these scripted, edited videos. So anyways, all right, let's go ahead and take a look. So Gilbert Arenas and friends, they have a take. We won't watch the whole thing because this is 17 minutes. That's insane. I am going to speed it up though. So we'll take a look. Let's see. And funny enough, Gilbert Arenas, as wild as he is sometimes, he genuinely has pretty good Spurs takes. So, and if you hear those fireworks, I really do apologize. I'm recording this on the 4th of July. So, all right.
The Warriors. CP3 didn't stay in the free agent market long, with the future Hall of Famer making his next move his best move, agreeing to a 1-year, $11 million deal with the Spurs to play with last season's Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Paul shifted to a reserve role for the first time in his career with the Warriors last season, averaging 9.7 assists, 4 rebounds. So what are your expectations?
9.7 assists? That ain't right. I think he meant points.
For the CP3 and Wemby duo.
I think it was 6 assists, I think.
Spurs this season.
I'm gonna make sure.
In last place?
No, I mean, honestly,
I didn't say win. I just said that Wemby actually having a.
I think it'd be good for Wemby.
Legit PG.
I mean, Chris Paul can still hoop. Like, he's still a good point guard. So, like, I think just playing with a good point guard.
How much you want to bet no one brings up that we have Stephon Castle? How much you want to bet they don't even know that we have Stephon Castle?
For a year, ain't bad. Like, at least he got something. I mean, at least he got.
Yeah, 6.8 assists, 7 assists. So 9 point. Did he say 9.7? Because it's 9.2. I have no idea where that number came from.
Somebody that's gonna pass him the ball though.
Yes.
Like, if he don't,
we'll get him the rock.
Yeah. So, I mean, for him, yeah.
Last minute, shit.
I mean, 'cause he got them other players that don't be passing.
Not no more them last minute grenades. Oh, he can't afford it. Yeah.
I like it. I like it for the team itself because how Chris Paul plays, everything gets controlled. So it'll stop all that bullshit that they were doing, just all them random plays. So I expect them to like be in that 11, 10 round.
You think they're playing
every team he's ever played on, like the OKC when he got there, he had them boys moving. When he was down in New Orleans, that sorry ass team, it made them look like it was all right. So you know,
I had a comment. Someone replied when I said, I think I might have said it on Twitter, or I don't remember where I said. Maybe it was in a video. But I said Chris Paul makes teams better everywhere he goes, and somebody responded was like, well, that's fiction because he didn't do it with the Warriors this past season. It's like, well, a lot happened with the Warriors before Chris Paul got. I mean, that's a special case. They are on the downhill trajectory. Like that's not fair at all. I definitely think Chris Paul makes the Spurs better. I just don't know if we're like a star team or the playoff team. I don't know about all that, but.
No, he's, you know, with what he has, he does all right. So I expect those guys to play
exceeds expectations with
a more efficient.
That was a younger Chris Paul.
Nobody.
I mean, the same thing. He's slower now. Shit.
Like,
he gonna be like, oh wait,
he has to go get it.
He ain't gonna be throwing it like, we just gonna play half-court basketball.
Yeah, like come set the pick and
They fucking around might score 85 a game.
I mean, to be fair, just a season ago, let's see, last season, he averaged 6.8 assists, 3.9 rebounds, 9.2 points. But a season right before that, that's only with Golden State. But the season prior to that, he was putting up 32 minutes with 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. So I wouldn't say he's that much older. I know age can hit you like a ton of bricks. Don't get me wrong, but the way that Chris Paul plays, I think that he can give, pretty good numbers, especially assist wise. I think he's going to get a lot of assists with the Spurs. We'll make his job pretty easy. And with with Popovich, a coach that is really great about those older players and making sure that they're taken care of, I have no doubt in my mind that Chris Paul will be fine. So, yeah, he's not going to sit here and light the league on fire or nothing like that, but I think it's going to help.
Hey, bro.
And when we have like
they brought
40
Chris Paul over there to be assistant coach.
Nah, I think it's going to put some more.
On the court coach. It's a big difference between an assistant coach and an on the court coach. He can make corrections in real time. He can talk to them in real time. There's only so many timeouts that you have. There's only so many film sessions you can get in the course of a season. This is huge. This is actually a really big deal. Someone, for the love of God, bring up Stephon Castle. Still love Gilbert Arenas' take though.
Control. Probably teach some of the young guys. Teach some of the young guys how to play.
Coach.
Bro, they got like 3 players over the average, like 20. Slow it down.
He's going to teach some of them. He's going to teach some of them guys how to
Throw the ball inside.
That's their problem.
That's what Pop needed at this point.
Yeah, another coach besides him. I don't need to yell at y'all. Hey, Chris, do you?
Yeah.
He gonna get on their nerves.
And looking at this first squad, you expect CP3 to start this season?
Yeah.
To go back to the starting line. I think it makes sense. Look, I don't think anybody's expecting much from the Spurs.
No, we're not.
I think yeah, it makes sense. At first I was kind of against it. I was like, what? Like Chris Paul should come off the bench with his age and everything. But now I'm to the point where no, Chris Paul should more than likely start, right? Like allow him to start, and that doesn't mean Stephon Castle doesn't start, because I'm still in favor for Stephon Castle starting, like easily. Like you let Chris Paul be in for a little while, sit him, and then now Stephon Castle, you take over as the point guard right there. But Castle, that's the great thing about him. He has a lot of versatility where you can move him genuinely to that small forward spot. Doesn't mean we don't need a small forward. Lord knows we still need a small forward, but I think Chris Paul is a big upgrade as far as putting him in that starting lineup, because Champagnie needs to be coming off the bench anyway. And I hate how much hate that guy gets, man. He's actually really good. The only problem is he has to compete against starting lineups, which that's not great.
Man, they finna like do crazy things. But I'm saying for Wemby, his second year, at least you're playing with a point guard that is gonna get you the ball.
Yeah, all that shit.
If I'm Wemby, I'm looking at it, I'm like, this is what y'all doing to help me.
Hell yeah.
The fuck y'all doing to
Who
help
said
me?
that?
Y'all
Oh, McCann. Oh, yeah. Okay, of course. We got to get the classic terrible take from him. Yeah, that's all y'all doing to help me. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you are so smart. You are so big brain. You are the king. Okay, you are the absolute king. I bet you he doesn't even know how many draft picks we have. Does he care about the draft? He probably thinks the draft is overrated. Every take. Think of a good take, and he has the opposite.
Y'all setting me back.
Y'all trying to help Wemby?
He might fuck around average 30.
Hey, he gonna get the ball.
He getting the ball a lot. He gonna average
ball a lot.
all that sitting there doing this.
Chris Paul gonna lead the league in
Y'all
assists.
think y'all crazy think
He gonna lead the league.
Chris Paul
Y'all
will lead
crazy
the league in
think that
assists.
boy
He'll be
gonna
top
win.
2 for sure.
I'm about to say top 5 for sure.
No,
Yeah,
that's
it is about winning.
top 3.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of assists.
Easily top 3. Might lead.
All those passes.
Might lead. It'll be definitely top 3.
Think about all those passes. We'd be like, yo, just throw it down there.
Or throw it up.
Chris Paul's doing that.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
I'm not rolling.
Yeah.
Watch,
Them pick and rolls and
for 1
Wemby
year,
running.
Watch for 1 year.
It
Watch
sound
you
like some
see.
pop shit.
Nah.
It sound like some Popovich.
Don't get him in the ball.
Sound like
He getting that boy the ball.
Some lazy
that
shit.
mean?
It's
CP,
lazy.
that's one thing Chris
Some
Paul
lazy
understands.
shit. That was a lazy move.
Yo,
Cool.
one thing Chris
That seemed like some pop stuff. That was a lazy move. I don't know what his problem is. It must have something must have happened between him and Pop. I don't get it.
Go
Paul
get fucking
understands.
Trey Young, nigga, and call it a day.
Hey, he figured this shit out a long
too young?
time ago.
Nah.
How to get an assist.
Yep.
Right?
Nah.
No, Trey Young. Yeah,
Man, that let me know we going forward. You trying to go forward with this thing.
Yeah, I mean Trey Young would have been. Yeah.
CP, man, what we doing?
Can't you still get Trey Young?
Yes, you can.
Who?
Nah, they ain't training.
No, I don't need Trey right now. Can we get Trey Young as the Lakers?
Not looking likely with Trey leaving Clutch going to CAA, but that's for another.
How would the Lakers get Trey Young? I don't. Yeah, he's right. Like with him changing, but like, I don't know how the Lakers would get Trey Young. I don't think they would need some help. No, the Spurs could get Trey Young, but he's right. We don't need Trey Young. I didn't even know Gilbert Arenas was a Lakers fan.
Another conversation. But
It's over for
Say it
you,
again
bro.
now.
so just not looking likely with the change in agent.
Hey, I think that West is getting good.
No, I'm just talking about when
Same fucking team.
What?
Yeah, West is in.
I'm sorry to think. Hey, Jenny, you might have to open the black book, open that black book, and all the dirt you got on every other owner, and you're gonna have to start using some of that shit. Hey, you remember when you did this? Yeah, we might need your player. You're gonna have to start pulling in some mafia stuff. Just like they was doing back in the 80s.
Oh, they were doing that in the 80s? That's terrible.
CP3 moved, 1-year deal, obviously, so there's no long-term commitment. But how much will having a Hall of Fame vet in CP3 help the development of 4th overall pick?
Oh, cool. They did bring up Stephon Castle. Okay. Look, he doesn't even know who that is. He's probably like, he's trash. He's playing for Popovich. He's trash.
That's why the UConn. You could play both guard positions.
Oh,
It seems,
knowledge,
yeah.
That's what teach him how to play position for 1 year.
You know, sometimes I wish people, I'm not talking about them. Sometimes I wish people, if you don't know who a player is, that you haven't watched him at all, you would just sit back and say, oh, I'm not sure. I haven't really watched him play. You can't have an opinion about everything. Because now I'm getting frustrated because I feel like McCants is about to have an opinion about this, and he doesn't even know who Stephon Castle is.
Right now, a lot of these guys
turn it over to him next year.
I'm gonna be hot.
It's just a vibe. I could be wrong.
Young fella.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I thought I was starting. Oh, no, I thought I was starting. No.
But then you know, problem him. They might start the young fella.
you're right.
They might start him. CP might just be that back and.
Who's the shooting guard over there?
Vassell, right?
How tall is he?
6, 7, 8, 9.
6'6", I think. No, is Devin Vassell 6'6"? He about to look it up.
9, 12.
6'5", I think. 6'5".
You 6'5"?
Yeah.
Damn.
He plays small forward shooting guard.
Oh, you're small.
Oh, yeah,
Forward shooting guard.
I forgot they got Wemby back there. We can play faux Chris Pauls with that goddamn thing back there.
Shoot it. And Chris Walker still knocked down.
It's a bad move. He definitely gonna average more blocks now.
You said that's a bad move?
Which one?
I think it's a safe move.
Definitely. That's
bad to me.
Yeah.
No, it's right now.
You rebuilding?
Guys, I don't. Yes, hear him out. Let's let him cook. Let's let McCants cook. Hold on.
You just called it the lazy move, though, Sean. You called it the lazy move.
It's lazy. Safe is lazy.
Safe is lazy?
Yeah.
Why is lazy safe?
Because you taking a risk.
Because he gonna get the ball, though.
There's no risk, man.
But listen, the guy.
What move can the Spurs make that would make this dude happy? Seriously, what move with the available players right now that would make you happy? Do we just get rid of all of our first round pick? I mean, good God. Yes, Chris Paul is a safe pick. Yes, he is a safe pickup. It's not that much a risk. You don't need that much of a risk. You got the 2025 draft coming up. Yes, you have contracts that you're going to have to extend. There's some contracts that's going to end pretty soon. That's when you really start ramping it up. Chris Paul is a safe bet because he helps the development of all of your players. And they're super young. It's a smart move. What move would you have made?
He's gonna get the ball every night. That's my
What
biggest
move?
thing. Is Wemby gonna get touches, and how he gonna get touches? What position Wemby gonna be in? Come run this pick and roll with me.
What's funny is
Wedge roll.
Where's roll?
Hey, and what's funny is he's gonna be force fed so much that whoever comes in after him, you have to deal with a guy who got all these touches and you come in.
Exactly.
Talking about CP. Talking about living up to CP. Where he?
Yeah, you know.
Just like that video I did. The last video on Spurs Invasion, I talked about how it was the Chris Paul one. I talked about how he's really bringing the blueprint for how to get Wemby the ball in good situations.
He passed the motherfucker 30 times.
That's why I said it's a bad move.
And when CP gone, and motherfucker.
It's a bad move because Chris Paul will give you the blueprint on what you need to do.
Wait, hold on.
for the future.
That's why you got the young boy.
It's a bad move for the future. He's here for a year.
though. Like he can still knock it.
I'm just talking about imagine playing with Jason Kidd and then you come in and play with somebody who don't got that vision.
No,
man. You're gonna get frustrated.
CP is in there babysitting right now.
You get frustrated, motherfucker, playing with
But so you say it's safe, but bringing in a vet with his experience on that squad, which is young.
It's a safe
I'm
move.
rolling, yeah.
For 1 year.
It's the safest thing out there.
Because I mean, we can't get Trae Young, so I got to get somebody.
You got a coach on the floor now.
That's not true. You can get Trae. Like they could get Trae Young. Like they get. There's a possibility, but
every night. Like
yeah, that helps too.
But that's a free agent move,
you shouldn't though at this point.
right? That was a free agent.
yeah.
See, like just thinking about that, like
So
that's
it'll
what
be
your
him or
first
Kyle
move in
Lowry.
free agency was.
Shit.
But you gotta know like the Spurs system, like how they play.
Right.
Like who? Okay, who else they gonna bring?
Go get DeMar. Go back and get DeMar again.
You remember when I said like every smart take, just do the opposite. So like every take that you have that you feel like, oh, that's a pretty good take or a normal take, right? Just think the opposite and he'll say it.
We just had him.
Yeah, bring him back.
No.
How does he fit, dog?
Work.
You need a point
I
guard.
don't need about. I mean, DeMar's still a
Shit, what
four.
Johnson
already got wings that can.
Spurs have a lot of bread left to still maneuver in free
Shit,
agency.
they can get eight.
Get
Listen,
something.
they can get Ben Simmons.
Get something.
What's this bitch?
A motherfucker don't want
something.
to. If he don't want to shoot, pick and roll with them two.
Shit, they got the other
That's
dude.
one. That's
No, they
one.
got the dude that shoot one-hand free throw. They don't need both of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's one thing that
They
I
need both of them out there.
That's one thing that Philly
Jeremy Sohan has been working on his shot. He's fine.
just
And he's
whoever
willing,
was
and he's
in
willing to
basketball.
shoot. Oop, I didn't mean that. We'll just do another minute of this.
the 1-5 pick and roll with Ben Simmons and Embiid, it was never seen. Like, yo, like, what was the NBA going to do if they did a pick and roll together?
Go under it.
How far?
Switch.
Oh, shit.
Okay, you switch.
Basket.
Switch. Okay,
You can,
cool.
that's fine.
You can go under 4 people.
Yeah.
Go under.
You can, hey.
Okay.
Free throw, you go under?
Under both. Under both. You go under everybody,
You
nigga.
switch it and B got the littlest guy on him, it would have been a.
No,
Go under?
Yeah.
Floaters. Just tell Ben, work on the floaters.
No. Listen, if you playing me, listen, Big, stay attached to Embiid.
Stay attached. I'm going under both,
Hey,
man.
stay attached to Embiid.
I do not know what's going on with Ben Simmons, and I do not want Ben Simmons. All right, well, that was a good conversation. Like, unironically, I genuinely do like this channel like a lot. I like the conversation. It's just this dude, man. He's just an absolute hater. Like, I don't know what's up with him. Like, it comes across as malicious, man. Let's see what some of the people say. When he was in New Orleans, was that sorry team? He made him look all right. Y'all forget he took a young OKC team by himself to the playoffs the year. Well, that's probably not going to happen by himself. It's been a minute though, bro, but I hope so. Yeah, my main thing is he's really going to be able to mentor Stephon Castle, and Castle being a player that wants to be a future point guard. I think that that's huge to have Chris Paul on your team to help you develop and see certain things on the court. He's already a very patient player, and I think having Chris Paul is definitely going to expedite the process in his development. So, all right, you guys let me know what you think. All right, this was cool. But at the end of the day, you know, sometimes these takes, they frustrate me. I'll get with you later. Till next time. Bye. Bye.